Geelong and Hawthorn facing off in their first final since the Hawks' 2008 premiership upset. Since then, the Cats have won their previous 6, and last week's 96-point hammering of reigning premiers Collingwood had the Hawks on alert. Alistair Clarkson recalled 8 players rested against the Gold Coast last weekend, including Luke Hodge, Lance Franklin and Cyril Rioli, with the small forward opening up the scoring. Daniel Menzel replied for the Cats.
Barco gets the crumb, goes to Menzel, 5 last week, gets the first tonight.
While a well-rested Buddy fired up early.
And now Buddy is in a good spot for him. Impossible for most, perfect for him.
Hodge took a specky.
Kick inside, the forward 50, Hodge. He's got that crew cut now. He's aerodynamically sounder than he was a month ago.
Menzel too was making his mark as he set up his second. The Cats, though, were trailing by 11 at quarter time.
He's kicked it well, so Menzel's a match for Buddy. Like that on the CV.
They wasted no time in the second term. 3 unanswered goals and a cracking mark from James Podsiadly had Geelong in front.
Hawthorn under pressure and Podsiadly ghosts past a couple of Hawthorn defenders.
Menzel's promising night came to a cruel end. A season-ending ACL injury that had him stretch it off the field. Geelong, meanwhile, continued to thrive on the ground. Jimmy Bartell making it 5 straight.
Bartell's a chance here. Almost. Couldn't quite. And then picks it up and kicks the goal. Oh, he's a good player.
That cut Geelong's lead to 12 points at half-time. Rain and strong wind made conditions even more testing. But with the breeze favouring the Hawks, their skipper began asserting his authority. Back-to-back goals from Hodge putting Hawthorn back in front.
He leads all players on the ground now. Game high, 15 possessions and his 15th. Certainly one of his best.
That quickly changed after a well-contested mark handed Podsiadly his second. Travis Varco almost looked certain to extend that, but sometimes things just don't go to plan.
He runs inside the 50. Should be a question of accuracy. Pops it goalward and misses, does he? Oh, gee.
It didn't matter. Geelong slammed in 3 in a row, 2 of them soccer style.
Johnson around the corner, sockers another one.
Brad Ottens with their 4th goal in 5 minutes.
Kicks truly. He's got his second, and Hawthorn have got a headache.
A 50-metre penalty to Franklin cut the margin to 24 at 3/4 time. Franklin's 4th revived some hopes of a late comeback.
Oh, Buddy! How about that? He's got 4.
But when Trent West headed north, the Cats were back in control.
They're riding their luck. Oh, West! I said they were riding their luck, and he rode the pack.
But the bigger blow was the sight of Franklin landing awkwardly on his knee. With Buddy out of the game, the Cats found more ammunition.
Stokes is a mighty fine player, as we see now. Good kick for goal. Speaking of him.
Isaac Smith pegged one back, but it wasn't enough to help the Hawks snap their losing streak against Geelong. The Cats 31-point victors in another impressive performance, which also broke an 8-game winning streak for Hawthorn. And while the winners will now rest, the losers will now play the winner of the St Kilda v Sydney clash.
We just knew if we kept getting it in there and kept getting the ball deep, that put their defence under pressure, it was going to work out. So yeah, it's great.
Daniela Intilli, Big Pond Sport.